If you want to become an entrepreneur, you'd have to learn to dance with failure. My name is Esther Uzodinma. I am the creative director of ESG Productions and Reshape Foundation, and welcome to September. I give an advice to every young entrepreneur out there who is crawling, who is teething, who is trying to grow in the space and trying to basically find their feet. I mean, I really do not have it all figured out, but I would say that I have some sort of, accumulated wisdom over my 4 years of experience in social media content strategy, in building several businesses that have not really thrived or seen the light of day today. So I would like you to sit tight, grab your popcorns, and let's get right into the video. So I have 3 advices for every young entrepreneur watching this video today. First things first, money is not the end. Money is just a means to an end. And the reason why I'm starting with this advice is because a lot of entrepreneurs always latch onto the fact that money is a hindrance. In fact, it's one of the most integral parts of every business. It's very fundamental. It's capital, right? But money is not what creates a business. A business or a venture or a brand is first of all built upon core values, right? Your value proposition should stand the test of time. I've asked a couple of older people who wanted to start businesses, and most of their excuses are, oh, there's no money, I didn't see money to do this, I didn't get money to do that. Especially in Nigeria, that quote is very rampant, and sometimes it gets very tiring to hear because there are so many things that I've done. In fact, let me just give you a little bit of a backstory. The show I produced in 2021 thereabouts, and I had nothing to produce that show. I had like 20,000, 30,000, but it was not enough, right? And I needed to be on the island for that show, to produce that show, and I didn't have a place to stay, but I didn't let that limit me. It's one thing to choose to have a limitation, and it's one thing for there to be a limitation. Your mindset is the greatest tool you own as a young entrepreneur. I would dare you to forget about money. Now, this is very dicey when I say forget about money. I don't mean literally. I just mean, metaphorically, right? Focus more on your value proposition and what you have to offer, because I always say this to everybody. Even if you hide value under a rock, as long as it is valuable, that's why people go all the way to mine gold. It is literally underground, right? So even if you hide value under a rock, people will definitely pay for value. Make sure your product is valuable, viable, and remain innovative. Entrepreneurs mostly focus on their business. But my mom told me that there are 5 types of money. The 5 C's. 1, credibility, cash, credible relationships, competence, character. These are the 5 C's as a young entrepreneur that you should hold dear to your heart. Things you cannot do on your own. That's why you see some of the biggest brands today, they have co-founders. The most important factors of a business, which is network and credible relationships. Trust me, it will do you a whole lot of good to have credible relationships as an entrepreneur. Your school, your university, wherever it is you find yourself, just try and make contact with people that are talented, that are skilled, that think alike. 3 is systems and structures. For a business to thrive, it needs to have some sort of system and structure in place. Trust me, this is something I lacked. Production company, ESG Production. I was just a young girl who had some expertise, some technical expertise from acting, from watching cameramen do their thing, standing of system and structure, right? To build or give life to a business. It's just like the foundation of a house. If without the foundation, it would collapse. Setting up policies that you can always adjust, just something to keep people in check. It's just like when you have the government and they do checks and balances. It's like, plug-ins into your venture, right? To ensure that there is some sort of accountability, and responsibility issued. Even if you are a one-man person, have a system and structure, because from you as the entrepreneur, you build the culture of the organization. You build the culture of the company. Also, as a good leader, if you build a system, if you build a structure, whomever it is you're employing will follow through that structure. I hope these tips or advices would help you gear on further in your entrepreneurial journey, and I wish you all the very, 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 very best. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in October.